Diane in Denmark here, and hooray! Hold on, let me just grab my pom-poms. Hooray! It's Thursday, which in Denmark we call Little Friday. I was telling you yesterday that Wednesday is known as Little Saturday in Sweden. Anyway, we're at Little Friday, and it's also Flylady Errand Day. Now remember, you don't need to do Errand Day on a Thursday if that doesn't suit your schedule. I follow the Flylady plan. Sometimes I do it on a Thursday, sometimes I do it on a different day of the week depending on, what appointments I have. But the idea with Errand Day is that you've got your things ready to go, you've got your grocery list made out, you've checked the freezer, you've checked what you've got in the cupboards, so that you're not kind of, heading into that supermarket and, throwing all different things into the trolley that you hadn't planned to buy. And the other thing is, if you're out, doing your grocery shopping, Errand Day, think about anything else. I mean, I've got library books to go back. I don't have anything for the post office today. I'm up to date with all the medication that we need, so I don't need to get that. But think of all these things. Anything that you need to do when you're outside of the house, try and put it all together for Errand Day. Now, also, on top of being Flylady Errand Day, Little Friday here in Denmark, it's also the day that Danish 9th graders are sitting their final exams. Today it's maths. My daughter's gone off to sit her maths exam. Good luck. And I thought just for fun, I'll show you. I've got a couple of things for her. I wouldn't be home when she comes back from her exam. But when you're a mum, you try and kind of, be nice to the kids, when I was young, if my dad and my brother had been off at the football, watching Hearts on a Saturday, and Mum and I would be listening to it on the radio. If we heard that, Hearts had lost, and normally they lost quite a lot, Mum would always have the tea and biscuits ready for them when they came home from the match. Anyway, what I've done is I've got a wee plate of soup for my daughter, and it's Danish soup. If you follow me on Instagram, you will see that we eat it quite a lot. Now, I'm just for fun, I'm going to show you what it is. And I've just made up a wee portion for her, and also I'm going to talk about this fantastic thing that we have in Denmark called Koldskål, which is cold bowl. That's the other thing. Anyway, I made up a wee portion for her, and I can probably have a wee drop as well. Let me see, if I go down that way. Right, now this is what the soup looks like once it is made. And you'll see in there, all I've done is I've taken some stock, just some water in a stock cube, and boiled that up with some chopped carrots, right? You see that? There's the wee bits of carrots in there. And once you've got that boiled up, you add in, and let me just grab it from the freezer. And this is, the Danes don't have many, convenience foods. The Danes cook a lot from scratch. But this is a convenience food that I always have in the freezer. And if you are living in Denmark, are not Danish, you may have been thinking, what do I use this for? Well, now you know, it's for making soap, as it's called. And it comes in packets, either a mixed packet or two separate packets. Now this is koldskål, which means meatballs. Let me take a few out so you can see what it looks like. And these are frozen and just ready to put into the soup. And what you do is you put in a wee handful of the meatballs. They don't look very appetizing there, but you can see it's little tiny meatballs that are frozen. So you take a handful of those, put those in the soup, and a handful of meelboller. And meelboller, meal means flour, like for baking, and boller means little balls. And I'll show you the meelboller. Now, and of course you could make these yourself, but I don't have time to go making meelboller. My dearly departed Danish father-in-law, DDFIL, he used to make all of this from scratch. Sopa was one of his favourite foods. And you can see the meelboller there, do you see? And they've got quite a funny shape. And basically it's little dumplings, little dumplings. And what you do is once you've got your stock and your carrots cooked, you don't need to fry off the carrots in oil, you know, you can go oil free. Then you just pop that into the warm stock and then you just let it heat through. Do not boil because you will destroy the little dumplings. But you just heat it through, do not boil, until the dumplings rise to the top of the soup. So anyway, that's what my daughter will be having as a wee treat when she comes back from her exam. And she won't need to cheer me up, she's really good at school and she'll fly through it. But anyway, it's nice to kind of do something nice for when she comes home. The other thing that she'll probably have today as her little snack now this is the quintessential Danish summer dessert. Now it's nothing fancy, and many times have I said that about Danish things, it's nothing fancy, and it's called Koldskål. Now the Danes are very practical, I've said this before, and it's just a funny name for me because cold, and skål means a bowl. So any type of bowl is in skål. You may have seen the word before or heard the word if you've been in Denmark, because skål means cheers, you know, skål when you have a beer. Anyway, I'm going to show you what this is. The Danes eat millions and millions of litres of this in the summer, and it's only brought out in the summer season, spring-summer season. And when the temperatures go up, the sales skyrocket of this product. And I've been down at the supermarket where the shelves have just been wiped clean of koldskål, and then you make your own now. You can make your own. I'll tell you what's in it. It's like a very, very thin yogurt. Hold on, I'll pour out a wee bowl. Koldskål, and you can see, if I could do it like that, you can see how runny it is. This is actually quite a thick one. This is my favourite brand, and it has it's got a bit more egg in it. What this is, just see that. This is a mixture. You can make your own. Google the recipe if you want to make it, but we just buy it ready-made off the shelf. It is buttermilk and raw eggs, pasteurised, please, if you're making your own, and sugar, vanilla, and that's basically it. And it's a kind of sour taste. It's really weird in the beginning because I thought, the first time I tried it, I thought, whoa, that was dreadful. I wouldn't be eating that again. But it's a bit like winter bathing. I always said I would never be a winter bather, a skinny dipper, and here I am 7 years later, thoroughly addicted. It's the same thing with koldskål, but once you've had it a few times, it's the taste of Danish summer. Now, what the Danes do with it, I quite often, just drink a glass. If I'm having my lunch is normally some rye bread with leverpostej, with liver patty. Often I'll just take a glass of koldskål, just like drinking. It's like drinking yogurt, I suppose you could say. The Danes, what they normally do is they might chop up some strawberries, or mostly they will top it with some little biscuits called kammerjunker. Now I'll show you them here. And I'm trying to remember if I showed you how to make pebernuller. I think, I did show you a recipe for making pebernuller at Christmas, the little pepper nut things. Not unlike pepper nuts, pebernuller. I'll show you, here's a bag, and of course you can make these yourself, but we eat so much of them we just buy them all the time. Here, I'll take one out, and you can see it's a little biscuit, which is, it looks like a round one, which has been like a round ball, which has been cut in half and then baked. And they're very crunchy, and you just have that as a topping for your koldskål. So anyway, just a little introduction to Danish cuisine for you today. But as I say, when the sun comes out, the sales of koldskål, of cold bowl, rocket. Anyway, time for me to get going, because for me Thursday, I've got errand day. And I've also got my bag ready to go because I'm about to head down for my swim, a skinny dip, my winter bathe with Vibeke, and it's my turn to take the tea, so I've got my thermos with me, and also because it was anti-procrastination day yesterday, and was looking in the fridge to see what needed used up, and I had quite a lot of bananas that needed using up, so I made a banana cake, and we shall be having a wee slice of banana cake after our dip. So that needs to go into my bag, if I don't throw everything on the floor. There we are, don't worry, it's banana cake, I'll survive. And we are biking down there as usual. I hope you are joining in with the moving in May, the Flylady habit of moving in May, a wee bit of exercise. Maybe you can get off the bus stop 2 stops early, maybe you can take the stairs today when you're going between floors at the office. Maybe you can take your kids out for a wee game of rounders in the back garden. Anyway, time for me to get on my bike. I'll see you very soon, and as usual, live long and prosper. May the Danish hygge and sopa hygge be with you, and good luck to all the Danish kids out there who are doing their maths exam. Okay, see you very soon. Bye for now.